What if we told you that we may no longer be alone in the universe? Not in science fiction. Not in the distant future. But right now, in this galaxy, in this lifetime. Welcome to a journey that could change everything you thought you knew about life, Earth, and our place among the stars. For decades, scientists have been scanning the cosmos, looking, listening, and waiting. And for years, all they heard was silence. But that silence is starting to crack. Because now, we have clues. Whispers from alien worlds. Chemical footprints, strange signals, and atmospheric oddities that scream. Something is happening out there. In this video, we're diving headfirst into 5 of the most chilling, compelling, and mind-blowing hints of life found on distant planets. These aren't wild guesses or YouTube rumors. These are discoveries grounded in science. Reported by NASA, the James Webb Space Telescope, and planetary observatories across the globe. From rogue gases that shouldn't exist, to planets with chemical signatures that mirror our own, to signals so precise they're hard to explain without intelligence. You're about to witness the possible first contact between humanity and the unknown. But before we launch into the unknown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here on Mysterious Universe, we explore the boldest theories, the wildest wonders, and the most haunting truths from deep space. So, buckle up, what you're about to see might not just be science. It might be the future. Let's begin. 1. Phosphine on Venus, a chemical clue in the clouds. In 2020, a discovery shook the scientific world and reignited a centuries-old question: could Venus harbor life? The answer, unexpectedly, came in the form of a gas, phosphine, detected in the planet's upper atmosphere by a team of astronomers using powerful telescopes. This molecule sparked global debate. Why? Because on Earth, phosphine is known to be produced almost exclusively by anaerobic microbes, organisms that live without oxygen. But Venus is no paradise. Its surface temperatures soar above 860 degrees Fahrenheit, 460 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to melt lead. The pressure is 92 times that of Earth, and sulfuric acid fills the air. The idea of life thriving there seemed absurd, until phosphine entered the equation. What's truly fascinating is that the gas was detected not near the fiery surface but in the temperate cloud layers, 30 to 40 miles above ground. In that zone, conditions are eerily Earth-like, temperatures between 86 degrees Fahrenheit and 158 degrees Fahrenheit, and manageable atmospheric pressures. Could microbial life be floating in the clouds of Venus, feeding on sulfur compounds and excreting phosphine as a byproduct? Or is there an exotic chemical process we simply haven't discovered yet? No volcanic activity or lightning storm on Venus has been shown to produce the concentrations of phosphine that were measured. So if not chemistry, then perhaps biology? The world took notice. NASA and the European Space Agency are now racing to send missions to Venus for the first time in decades. Probes could sample those mysterious cloud layers directly, searching for microbial life in the last place we'd expect it. Venus may not be a scorched wasteland after all. It might be a crucible of survival, harboring the universe's ultimate underdogs. Thriving in acid, floating on air. 2. Methane on Mars, signals from the red planet. Mars has always been the most Earth-like of our planetary neighbors. And for good reason. Ancient riverbeds, polar ice caps, and a history of volcanism made it a prime candidate for life. But in 2003, something extraordinary happened. Scientists detected methane, one of the most tantalizing biosignatures, in the thin Martian atmosphere. Methane is unstable. On Mars, exposed to sunlight and the planet's chemistry, it should break down within centuries. Yet, methane is there, sometimes in large bursts, sometimes in vanishing trickles. The Curiosity rover, equipped with an onboard chemistry lab, later confirmed that these methane spikes are real, and they're seasonal. Why seasonal? That's the big mystery. On Earth, methane comes primarily from biological sources, microbes, decay, agriculture. Some can be geologic, from rocks reacting underground. But on Mars, there's no obvious culprit, no cows, no rotting vegetation, and yet, methane appears when the Martian summer warms up and disappears as the seasons turn. Could it be a subsurface microbial colony, buried deep under the surface, emerging from dormancy as temperatures rise? Or perhaps geological vents, powered by unknown Martian tectonics? Even more bizarre, what if both are true? A hybrid world of rock and life, tangled in mystery. Future missions, including NASA's Perseverance rover and the upcoming European Rosalind Franklin rover, aim to drill deep into Martian rock, where life might hide. In the meantime, every whiff of methane keeps the dream alive. Mars hasn't answered the question yet, but it keeps whispering possibilities. 3. Oxygen on K2-18b, a breath of possibility. K2-18b, a super-Earth located 120 light-years away in the constellation Leo, may look like just another dot in the endless night, but what scientists have detected in its atmosphere could be one of the most compelling signs of alien life we've ever seen. In 2019, data from the Hubble Space Telescope revealed something shocking: water vapor in the atmosphere. That alone was exciting, but more recently, with better instruments and advanced spectroscopy, signs of oxygen, and possibly even dimethyl sulfide, have emerged. On Earth, oxygen is a product of life. Plants, algae, and cyanobacteria breathe it out as a waste product. It doesn't linger without being constantly replenished. That's what makes oxygen in an exoplanet's atmosphere so important. It's not just rare, it's unstable unless life keeps it flowing. Add water vapor to the mix and you have a planet that could have oceans. Now imagine oxygen-rich oceans under a thick atmosphere that protects the surface from deadly radiation. The conditions sound familiar, like an alien Earth. K2-18b orbits within the habitable zone of its star, where liquid water could exist. Though its star is a red dwarf, known for violent flares, the thick atmosphere of K2-18b might offer enough protection for surface or subsurface life to survive. It may not be a paradise, but it could be home. Home to microbes, algae, or something we've never imagined. The James Webb Space Telescope is currently observing K2-18b with instruments far more powerful than Hubble. The results? Still pending. But if the next data confirms what we suspect, K2-18b might become the first confirmed alien world with conditions for life. 4. The glowing mystery of Proxima b. Proxima b lies just 4.2 light-years away, our cosmic neighbor. It orbits Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, and it sits squarely in the habitable zone. That alone makes it intriguing. But something strange has been detected: an inexplicable glow, flickering in the planet's infrared spectrum. It doesn't come from sunlight. It doesn't match thermal emissions. Instead, it appears only during violent stellar flares. These flares bathe the planet in ultraviolet and X-ray light, deadly to life as we know it. But instead of disintegrating under the assault, Proxima b seems to respond. Astronomers believe the planet's atmosphere might be reacting in an exotic way. One idea? The atmosphere absorbs the radiation and releases it as a photoluminescent, night shine. Another idea? Biological fluorescence, like deep-sea fish on Earth that glow in response to danger. If true, this would be mind-blowing. It would mean organisms on Proxima b might have evolved to absorb lethal radiation and transform it into light, not just surviving the chaos, but feeding on it. The planet itself may be rocky, Earth-sized, and tidally locked. That means one side always faces its sun, scorched in permanent daylight, while the other lies in endless dark. Life might exist in the twilight zone, the narrow belt between fire and frost. Proxima b glows with questions. Is it light from geology, chemistry, or something alive, sending a signal in the only way it knows how? 5. Radio signal from HD 164595, a whisper from the void. In 2016, a powerful and unexpected radio signal was detected from the direction of star system HD 164595, located 94 light-years away in the constellation Hercules. It lasted just a moment, but it was strong, focused, and narrow band, the hallmarks of artificial origin. Was it interference, a cosmic fluke, or something more? The signal was picked up by the Radon 600 radio telescope in Russia, and for weeks it became the focus of SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Scientists from around the world scanned the region again and again, hoping it would repeat. It never did. But what made this signal so captivating was its precision. It wasn't random static, it came at a specific frequency, 11 GHz. And it had a structure. This is the kind of signal we would expect if someone was intentionally broadcasting across space. HD 164595 is home to a known exoplanet, Neptune-sized and orbiting close to its star. It's not Earth-like, but what if there are moons, or more distant worlds we haven't seen yet? Or perhaps, the signal didn't originate there at all. What if it passed through, en route from even farther away? The mystery remains unsolved, but the message was received. The stars are not silent. They murmur in strange frequencies, and sometimes, they whisper directly at us. Will we ever hear them again? Or did we miss our one chance to say hello? These 5 clues, gases, glows, signals, and strange chemistry, are the closest we've come to finding proof of life beyond Earth. They don't confirm it, not yet, but they whisper to us, urging us to keep searching. Somewhere out there, something might be alive, watching, listening, waiting. And we'll be here to tell you the moment we find them. If this journey sparked your imagination, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. The universe is vast, mysterious, and beautiful. Let's explore it together.